Also, the circumstances under which divorce is granted in the traditional African marriage is that if the wife is a wizard, Nimrogi, sindio? A wizard Nimrogi, or if it's the husband or wife, the husband or the wife is lazy, if the wife cannot be able to bring forth the children. Also, if the wife commits adultery, not the husband, only the wife. If the wife is promiscuous, that is what we are saying. Also, if the man fails to pay bride price, divorce is granted. Also, if one partner is mad inaitwaje kwa Kiswahili? Anaenda wazimu, yes. Or is ailing from leprosy or epilepsy. During the wedding day, if the girl is not virgin, the what? Divorce is also granted. And if the husband is drunk and then becomes very cruel due to getting drunk, divorce is granted. And especially if the man is unable to provide for the family, also divorce is granted. If when you're married, you discover that you're married to your own relative, divorce is granted. Then we go to the next one. Reasons why divorce is rare. Number one, divorce is rare in the traditional African society because polygamy is what? Is allowed. Because polygamy is allowed, if you're not satisfied with one wife, you just get another one. Or if you married one when you were very young and you're not sure about her, you get another one. And you not just get another one, you can get as many as what? As possible. Why it was rare in the traditional African is also because there were laws governing marriage, and you were supposed to strictly adhere to them. And then the bonds were long-lasting, and they were elaborate. What do we mean that the bonds were elaborate? It means that when you are getting married, you see there are occasions you have to go for the mentioning that you are getting married. First you have to have a long courtship, then you go to mention that you're getting married, and then the two families keep on visiting each other. You pay the dowry, you have the wedding. The two families are doing what? They're still mixing up and bonding. You see these bonds, you cannot just say, I'm going to divorce him or her, because already there is a bond with the two families. Why people nowadays divorce a lot is because you get married in the town. Please come stay, cohabiting. I don't know your family, you don't know my... And most of the time when they do that, you're never taken to the up country. Sometimes you don't even know the husband's what? The husband's friends, not even the family members. So there's no bond. Someone can just leave you anyhow. But if you're married, that's why I insist on getting married in church. Before you get that certificate in the church, you would have met all the family members, right? You know who is who. So someone cannot just wake up and tell you, I'm divorcing you. Many people are going to question both of you, right? What are you talking about? You left your husband. People will not understand. Some people will even come together so that they can counsel you about it, so that you don't leave. But if you do that cohabiting, now no one can help you. Also, another reason why divorce is rare is because there was a long period of courtship, whereby the partners could be able to know each other, and also the two families in the process to get to know each other. And another reason is because consultations were made before the marriage ceremony on whose girl is this, where does she come from? And then people from the community ask, do you know that girl from your community? How is she? Like that. Many consultations were made. Also because parents and relatives are involved in the choice of the marriage partner. If you're choosing the marriage partner, you know, because of love, you cannot see some of the what? You cannot see the faults of this person. Have you ever fallen in love? People want to lie now. They want to lie. You all want to lie. Lie to yourselves. If you fall in love, when you fall in love with the person, you always see them perfect. You cannot even sleep. You keep on thinking about them. You call them all the time. They text you. You text back immediately. You don't even know. No matter what you are doing. Very important. Yes. And if they write to you, immediately you are going to write back. And you'll feel, actually, if they would give you a letter, that is the first thing you would read before even doing your studies. And then you feel good. And they are just lying to you. You feel good. They tell you how good you are, how they love you, and you are there. Then you don't see the faults. The moment you start seeing the faults is when they make a mistake. If you see them with another boy now, you start seeing the problems. You are just in a bubble, in that love bubble, and then all of a sudden you're no longer there. So that's what I'm talking about now when I'm talking about getting married. During courtship, you have this perfect person. Actually, when people are about to get married, you're told by your parents, don't marry this person, is so and so and so. You say, no, he's going to take care of me. Actually, you even move in before even the parents know, because you're so in love. But in the traditional African society, it was rare for people to divorce, because in choosing the marriage partner, if people see you're so in love and there's a problem with this person, they are going to tell you. The relatives are helping you in choosing the marriage partner. They'll tell you this girl is not the right one for you, or this man has an issue. The family has an issue, so don't go get into it. Automatically, people don't know these things because nowadays we don't consult the relatives. You will, when you're getting married, you'll just go get your particular girl, and then you come, you tell your father, yes, Dad, I've brought a woman to be working for you and keeping you safe when I'm not here, and I'm going back to Nairobi to work. That's all nowadays you say, nothing else. And if people keep on telling you, oh, whose girl is this, how is she, they tell you, the reason is, I love her. You're told, oh, she has not gone to school. You say, school is not important. Yes, because you're in love. But during that time, because relatives were involved, you could be, divorce would be rare. Because number one, you don't want to break up with them or divorce her. They helped you in what? They'll ensure that you stay with her. They will ensure. They will also advise her on how to keep you what? In that marriage. So it was a good thing, I think so. Also, the wife was submissive to husband. Traditionally, those who have traditional weddings, look at how the wives are very submissive. In a marriage, the wife is the one who should be submissive. It's not the husband most of the time. You will find there's always an issue that both of you are going to have a conflict on, but one has to be submissive, and always it must be the wife. You should always listen to your husband. That is what the Bible says, right? But if you don't go to church, now you cannot tell your wife to be submissive. If on Sunday you are not taking your family to church, how will you tell your wife to be submissive? From where? From where? So ensure you go to church so that she can listen to particularly. You say, oh, the pastor told us. Yes, did you hear what the pastor said? Did you hear in the marriage counseling what the priest said? You should listen to what I'm saying. I'm the man. You don't even need to say that to her. Already the church has done that. The wife, if the wife is aging or sick, the husband was allowed to take a second wife. And also, they could not divorce because childlessness was curbed. Because you could marry a wife who can bring forth what? Children. And if you die before you have children, your brother could have the children on your behalf. The poor also assisted the poor were also assisted by those members who are affluent. So most of the people are divorcing today because of financial constraints. But during that time, the poor were assisted by the family members to pay dowry. They were assisted also if they had any constraints. Marriage was permanent and highly valued. Therefore, it was rare for them to divorce. And early in advance, boys and girls were taught about what? Divorce. They were taught about sex early. When was the first time that you were taught about sex? Taught, not when you learned about it. No, I'm not asking when you learned about it, when you were taught. There's something called sex. This is what happens when. When you were young, you ask, where do babies come from? You're told from the hospital. Others are told from God. Yes, that is how we lie to our kids. Why do we say that? You're not supposed to lie. When you're pregnant, just tell the baby is here, another your sister is here. Just that. Just say they're in the stomach. How will they come out? They'll just think you'll go to the toilet, then you poop. You just say they're in the stomach. So I'll go to the hospital and the doctor takes it out, which is true. You've completed everything. The baby is here. They won't ask you how it came to be here. They won't. You just explain bit by bit.